are in the world, wherever you are in the universe. This is Commander Swifty, the ineffectual gamer, and this is Tom Clancy's Division 2 public test server. So why am I doing a public test server? Well, normally I wouldn't do it. Hello, welcome in. Normally I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it because I just wanted to see how it was going to go and stuff like that. Just don't mind me, I'm just going to knock some things off here. Twitch and stuff like that, and I want to have as many system resources as I can running while I'm streaming. So, okay, so it should be better now, I think. Okay, so let me just post this in my Discord, which you can join if you click on the show notes below. I'll give you the information. Okay, and I will place. Hello, Gavin. How's it going? Have you changed your handle? Or is this a different Gavin? I don't remember there being 2482 on the end. But then again, I'm a little bit... Duh! Okay, right, let's... I'm just gonna quickly message one person. Oh, heard from me. No, it's okay. Right, okay, so I'm actually in the middle of a mission here, and I don't want to be in a mission, so... Doesn't seem like there's a return to New York button there. Changed it. Why did you change it? Okay, so
if you have to run back to here
to exit to DC. So normally I wouldn't pay the test server, and I'm going to be totally honest. I'm really angry. Oh, nice. 601 position in queue. Right. Well, wait. It'll go. It'll go. I'm really angry with Massive at the moment because I've been working on this skill build for a long time. Now I don't play like a lot of people do. Actually, while I'm doing that, I can just check my levels. I don't play this game like a lot of the big streamers. You know, I don't play it for, I don't know, hours on end per day. But I do find a couple of hours here and there, and I you know, I hammer it in those hours and in that time. And the last month or so, I've always enjoyed having a skill build. I can't believe I'm 581 in position. When I loaded the game up, it was instant, and I could have just dropped straight into DC. And now I'm gonna have to wait in this massive queue. So yeah, I like skill builds, and I've never really used one. Always gone for either high DPS, or if I'm with a group, I'll go high armor, and I'll try and be the reviver. The reviver person, like the medic, simply because I'm not very good at shooting and stuff. Well, I'm alright. And so I found this skill build, and I've been working on it for well over a month. There's somebody in the game who's been helping me do certain missions and things like that. I've been really working so much in this game and doing lots and lots of things I didn't want to do, but just because I was trying to get this build together. Finally got it together, yesterday, the final piece in the jigsaw, only to find out that Massive have nerfed the final piece of the jigsaw. And I've done this before with them. I've in the original division, and I think I did it when I first started a build in the Division 2, where I was farming for stuff and I got it, and then it got nerfed. And I'm just like, I'm at a point now where I'm thinking, look, I still enjoy this game. I would go as far as to say I love this game. If they were to bring a Division 3 out, I would certainly play Division 3. I love the story. I love the whole situation. I love the fact that in this version of the game there's so much more content than previously. Wow, it's taking ages to drop in, like. And you know, I'll follow the game for a long time. And I had issues when I first bought it. I don't know anybody who was in the stream before. When I bought this game, I was having technical issues with it. I knew what the technical issues were. I brought it up with Ubisoft. I asked them for a refund because I knew I wouldn't be able to play the game from that point until I upgraded my graphics card. Now, there was nothing wrong with my original graphics card. There was just a known issue with it, which I still don't know if it's been actually fixed because I've never put that graphics card back into the computer. But I got in a bit of a tiz because they wouldn't give me my money back. I was sat with this product which everybody else was playing, and it was completely unplayable for me. And then it got to a point where I came into some money, and I thought, right, you know what, I'm gonna upgrade a little bit, and I'll be able to play this game finally. But I was months behind everybody else, and by that time the game had obviously come down in price and everything. So I basically thrown, I don't know, 60, 70 pounds, euros, dollars, whatever, out of the window. But I've enjoyed the game so much since then. I've really not kind of looked back on it because I didn't. I've enjoyed it and I've been enjoying it. But to have this nerf suddenly pop in the day you finish your build, it's really really annoying. And it's just made me look at it and go, you know what? I'll use this build in certain situations. I've got high armor build, I think is the other one, or high DPS build, I can't remember. With another character, and I'll use that for that one, and then I'll just switch between these two as I go, because I don't have any interest whatsoever in making builds anymore, because I don't make my own builds. I generally follow people who are really good at the mathematics and everything, and they make all these really interesting builds to try out. But I just don't want to do all of that just to have it nerfed at the last second. It's really, really annoying. I'm absolutely sick to death of it. I think it's done on purpose. I think all of these nerfs and stealth nerfs and things that get brought back, it's all done on purpose to get people to keep playing the game. I think that it's done in a way because it's like, well, if we change all of these values, then everybody's got to go out and farm again, and it keeps the game alive, and it's just not the way to be doing it, but it seems to be the way. Wow, this is taking so long. It's crazy. They must have had a bunch of people jump onto the server, because when I first logged in, I got straight into the game, and now I've tried to jump maps. I'm at the bottom of the barrel. But it's going down a little bit faster now than it was before, though, which is good. And I'm guessing they've only got a certain amount of space on the PTS as well. So I was interested in trying this PTS because they're talking about dropping some of the values of where stuff drops. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Jump in, play a few missions, see if I can get something. I'll be really angry if I get some things because I've not been able to get them in the single player game yet. So that could be interesting. Do you play this game at all, Gavin? By the way, anybody who's dropping by, come by, say hello in the chat. That's what it's there for. So I normally don't get involved with PTSs because I don't think it's the player's job to do this, to get the information from the company. The company should be good enough, but obviously this game, I just like it so much that if I can do anything that gives a little bit of extra data, I want to help them, you know. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, and it does mean, like, you could, in theory, you could crate the stuff you've got, okay? You could put it in a crate and say, you know what, I might come back to that later. There isn't a huge amount of space in the crate, and to be honest with you, some of the stuff, they nerf it to a point where you're like, that's unusable now. But then if they decide to bring something back at some point in the future, and you've trashed it, yeah, you know, again, it's like, oh, I have to go farm this again, and I just feel that, and it's not just the farming, it's the fact that I'm now going to have to look at this build. I mean, it's still good, I still enjoy it. I played a heroic checkpoint earlier, which got invaded by rogue agents, and anybody who knows that's trouble. The rogue agents are notoriously difficult to kill, and although I wasn't doing a lot of damage with my gun, I mean, I was doing some damage, but not as good as a DPS build. My skills were actually throwing the division agents off. They weren't able to target people because I was just deploying mortars and mines at them constantly. So the division agent couldn't kind of pin on people, and then I was able to revive a couple of people as well. So that was really fun because I was able to help, or I think my build actually helped in that situation. So Are you on about? I don't know. When you say it looks like it's running a little slow, what do you mean? Just because it's at 443, or is there some stuttering? No, there's no stuttering. Just trying to throw me off. Let's go. No, it's a PTS server that I'm jumping onto. So, just wanting to show some of the end game stuff for you. We need to play soon because you're nearly at end game. And I've just realised I can actually use my second character now to play with you, which is going to be fun. Let's see if we can get you some decent stuff. I'm still looking for in this game. I'm still looking for the Bullet King. I'm not going to do it in this because it'll probably drop, and that will really piss me off. So I'm going to leave that until I'm back on the regular one. Got a really good drop of the Coyote mask earlier. I mean, it was, I think all of it was maxed out, so it was a god roll, and I don't think I've ever had a god roll drop. No, I have. I had a tardigrade armor chest piece which dropped, which was max roll. So I've got a video actually. I keep meaning to send it to you, Alice. I'll have to find it out. I found this channel on YouTube, which is a guy testing out lots of different guns. I love the way it's filmed. I thought you might like it, so I'll try and remember to send it to you later. Because I've been checking out the guns from the Division in these videos. They're really, really good. Wow, 423, come on. I don't want to drop out because I might be at the back of the list, but I really hope they haven't got a limited amount of positions on the server. They didn't say anything about that yesterday, but this isn't moving from 423, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Prove me wrong. Keep proving me wrong. So yeah, as for Elite, I was thinking of doing maybe a little bit of Elite on Sunday, because it's the fleet carriers are now 1 million or whatever. But I'm going to be totally honest. I've been watching the Elite scene from a distance over the last few weeks, but there's something at the moment just stopping me going back to Elite, and I think it's the lack of movement on the part of FDev. I've sunk so much time into that game. They're just it seems like they've kind of used COVID as a bit of an excuse to push stuff back. Other companies, games companies, have actually used COVID to their advantage, and even I think it was even Massive have said that actually they're getting stuff done a little bit faster than they thought. So I don't know. I just feel like it's been used as an excuse to push stuff back. I don't know. I'm just don't trust them, and I don't want to put time into a game where I really don't trust the people at the moment. What else? What else is on the horizon for my channel coming soon? I'm definitely going to try and mix the gameplay up, and I'm not saying I'm not going to go back to Elite. I will do some Elite stuff. I'm just not gonna. I'm not going to put the time in to do certain things until that big update comes, you know. So I was doing the stuff before where I was going out and getting stuff, like engineering stuff, but I'm not going to do that until the upgrade, because at the moment it's a monotonous scheme that I'm just not interested in. Yeah, I mean, I just think that they're terribly. I think they're concentrating everything on this big update, and I think it is. I think they're literally building a new game. Okay, so I don't think you'll have to pay for it. You might, like when I say pay for it, I mean that I think the base might come for free. And yeah, sorry, what's PTS? So it's a public test server. It's like what they're doing with Elite at the moment with fleet carriers. So it's the server with all the new bells and whistles where they correlate the data and try and put it into All right, next Tuesday will be good, I think. Ellen's car, if you want, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let you know. That'll be really good fun. Definitely start getting some of that sweet gear for you. Rather than that lower lower 30, crap 30 gear. So what did we start on? We started on 600, didn't we? Okay. I know. Shocking, isn't it, Dave? I'm on the test server though, so it's understandable. Everybody's trying to jump into it because if you're into Elite and you're here because of my Elite stuff, then you'll know. At least this doesn't crash as much as Frontier's stuff does. Fingers crossed. He says fingers crossed. So, and I think that everybody's obviously trying to find out what drops where, what the numbers are. I think actually Frontier could take some notes from this game. It's very, very different in how the game plays out, but things like finding special stuff. I think you imagine that like Guardian materials. I don't know. I was thinking the other day. See, in this game, you can go after certain bosses for certain equipment, and I was thinking, why is that not being put into Elite, where you have to engineer your ship to a certain point, but then you have to go after somebody who's a bad guy and maybe fight him, or if you're not into fighting, maybe do some trading or something where you can just get something, get something for your time and effort that makes you feel like you've taken that bounce. Because isn't that what MMO things are supposed to be like? My helpers are at work. Well, Dave. I think I'm gonna do it on Sunday, maybe tomorrow if I have a few hours. I'm really annoyed that this is taking so long. Actually, I can't believe when I first loaded the game up, I dropped in straight away, and it was because I've switched maps. I'm now stuck behind every Mo and Joe in the system. Oh, hang on a moment. There's a new flight simulator update. Alpha patch, new invites. Let me just check this. Now, I've upgraded to Windows 10 this week, and so this is why I haven't been accepted into the flight simulator alpha, is because you need Windows 10. But I'm now hoping that I might get I'm just going to check something here. Alpha invitations will be sent out tomorrow, so keep an eye on your emails if you signed up to be selected. I'm not signed in on that. I'll have to do it on my phone. So let's see. This is ridiculous. Come on, let's get in the game, man. Hey Malcolm, how's it going? Psycho Malcolm. How you doing? Don't be so off-putting, Dave. You never know. I think it's going to be a good update. Whether it'll come with some of its own problems is another thing, but we'll see. Have you got the Division 2 yet, Malcolm, or are you still just on the Division 1? I think I saw you playing it the other day. I think I saw you playing it the other day. I don't see an invite at the moment. Oh, I have to re-sign in, that's why. Can't remember what my new password was. Yay, first time. Right, okay. Just gonna see if I've been invited to. It would be lovely to get the PTS invite for that. PTS, the alpha invite for that. I would love it. I'd love it. I might just be best off checking this Windows 10 games thing. What else? Might be showing the. Might be doing a stream of. What's it called? Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. So might be doing that as well. So keep an eye out for that. It's well worth getting to, Malcolm, if you like number 1. Myself and Ellersgar have been playing it a little bit, so I can always help you out a little bit, but it's definitely worth getting. It's good fun. Ellersgar's just made it to endgame, which is good. I think he was a bit miffed off when he first saw the map for Endgame. No spoilers, but I think he was a bit pissed off when he first saw it. But I think I was when I first saw it, to be honest. Okay, I think we're over halfway there now. But it is going ridiculously slow for the last few minutes. I'm not. It's quite. What has it gone from? 319 to 317. So, cripes on a stick. I refuse to give it. Maybe I should have gone to New York. Actually, if I'd have gone to New York, I might have gone on a different server. Oh, me neither, Gavin. Me neither. I mean, it's a full rework. They've done it in Mafia 3's game engine, which I was like this. No, you know what I mean. As a gamer, that's what I was like. But yeah, they've done it in Mafia 3's game engine. Now, Mafia 3's game engine is better than 2. It's not great, but it's better than 2. Definitely better than 2. And in 2, the game engine in 2 is really nice looking, but the game world feels really tight, right? So I tried to put this in perspective. If you remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3 when it first came out, right? The streets felt uber wide, you know? It felt like too much space, right? But then if you think of San Andreas, where they kind of pushed things in because they were trying to get more and more onto the map, you felt like streets were just so tight, like you couldn't do U-turns and stuff like that. And that's how Mafia 2 feels to me. But if they're doing Mafia 1 in the Mafia 3 engine, I mean, Mafia 3, certain parts of the map look really, really nice. I have got Mafia 3, I should play it sometime. I've never finished it yet. Never finished it. Got a long way, and I think I'll still have the save somewhere. Hopefully, because I think I deleted it. But, see, look, 313, this is like molasses. When did I go live? 25 minutes ago or something. Should have just done that mission, shouldn't I? Okay. What's ACC? Is that Assassin's Creed, Malcolm? Assassin's Creed. I was playing an Assassin's Creed the other day, actually. Which one was I playing? The one in London. Just trying it out. The screenshots look. I thought you were on about this, Gavin. Yeah, they do. They look really good, and they will do because the only thing that really Mafia 3 I didn't like was but it might be my fault because I had ambient occlusion turned off. I normally have ambient occlusion turned off. I don't like it, and so what would happen is you kind of have this dotted effect in the distance as stuff came into view. And you didn't see it appearing, which you do in Mafia 2. I thought that I fixed that. You'll be driving down the road in Mafia 2 at high speed and just a car pops in. But Mafia 3 had a similar thing, but you'd have these kind of dots on the horizon, and it didn't spoil the game, but sometimes it made it look a bit stupid. But apart from that, I think the game itself was stellar. The explosions were really good. Gunplay was pretty good. What else did I like about Mafia 3? Cover play was pretty good. Just play a little bit like The Division. You need to use a lot of cover. So I like that. So, yeah, the wiretapping thing was weird, Dave. I'm going to be honest with you. I like doing sometimes the crappy bits that everybody else. Ellidsgar knows this in The Division. I like to do the bits that other people normally jump, and it's because I'm a little bit of a freak when it comes to, like, if there's 6 tape recordings and I've only got 5, I'm like, I need that extra one. But I do remember Mafia 3 had a lot of like that wiretapping and stuff like that. I think they'll pull it back for Mafia 1. I think if there's ever a Mafia 4, you won't see as much of that. I think they realised that they'd made a mistake afterwards. I didn't hate it, but because what I'll do, like in Watch Dogs, I'll clear a part of the map. So if there's intelligence to get before doing the missions, I prefer to do all of that first rather than jump into the missions, with the idea of you're stronger when you go into the game. So, oh god, this queuing thing's ridiculous. This is going down so slow. I've lost viewers. I've lost viewers because of this. Gonna make a complaint. So yeah, I think. Oh, that's a nice elite. A little bit of a nice elite setup there. Is it 50 quid? You'll get it cheaper in game. You'll get it for 30 in game or Tesco or whatever, Dave. I know you prefer stuff digital, but yeah. Slapping a new price on it, a new game price, is a little bit, I don't know, a little bit staunch. I don't know why they're doing that. I definitely think if it's a remade game, it depends. Actually, I'll be totally honest, Dave, because we don't know much about it yet, right? So it depends how much of a remaster it is. If it's a flat-out remaster, like 2 and 3, it's not going to be worth that price. But if it's a reworked remaster, where they're adding elements from 3 into it, or using the assets in 3 to add stuff to it, then it'll be well worth it. I just think Mafia 1 had. Do you know? I was pondering this the other night. I do ponder. I do often get thoughts which flow around my head. I know people don't think it by watching me play, but I do have thoughts which go through my head. I'm gonna be honest, because I was thinking about the Division. I prefer Division 1 for the setting. Okay, Division 2 is far superior in every way, but I prefer Division 1 for the setting. It doesn't mean that I prefer it to play. I just mean when I look back at how I played it and I look at how I play this, I'm like, oh, I definitely preferred the feeling of the Division 1. So I'd love to see a remake or a remake of the map bundled into Division 2 or Division 3 or whatever, where you can. I'd like to have a concurrent thing where you can play through your character, but I don't think they'll do that, because in Division 2 they did say that you'd be able to play your character, but you can't. So I don't know what that was all about. But if you imagine using the assets from this game in a reworked version of Division 1, my good lord, I'd still be playing it to this day. Probably not thoughts, just yeah. Cheers. Thanks, Alaska. So going back to what I was talking about with those thoughts, is that the problem with gaming, for me, the big problem with gaming, and in a story-wise sense, I'm going to put my controller down because I don't need it, is the earlier versions of the game generally have a better story all over. So from start to finish, like if you think of Grand Theft Auto 3, it had Joe Pantoliano, it had Michael Madsen, it had Harvey Keitel, I think. Like, it had loads of famous voice actors in Grand Theft Auto 3. The gameplay at the time was amazing. It was in a New York-ish setting, and then we had to wait until Grand Theft Auto 4 to get New York back. I actually think Grand Theft Auto 4 was probably the worst. Visually, it was amazing, because people know I like New York. But visually, it was amazing. But still, look back at it, with some of the gameplay, I don't understand it. But you quite often have this thing with games where the earlier versions have the better story and the better setting, but the later versions of the game have the better assets within the game. And you sometimes think all the companies, but none of the companies will ever like remaster the old one with new components in it, because they think, oh, we can't charge full price for that. But I think you can. I really do think you can, if you do a really good job of it. I would go back to the Division 1 if the loot pool was different, they had assets from this one. You just imagine all those, like, they could even make it bigger, you know, because originally Division 1 was supposed to have Queens. If I remember rightly, it was supposed to have part of Brooklyn. I can't remember the map now. It had a lot of Brooklyn in it, and I think it even had a part of Queens, and then it had Manhattan Island as well, because it was going to have 3 dark zones originally, I think, 1 in each part. But obviously they scaled that idea back and whatnot, and then obviously that's come to fruition in this version. So it does look like this is going to take time, people. I can't believe it. If I'd have realised there was a queue like this, I wouldn't have gone live until until I was like 20 in the queue or whatever. I cannot believe that they've put such a small amount of availability on the server. I have dropped in on updates before where it said you are 400 in the queue, but within 2 minutes you're in the game. Very, very strange. Oh, what's this about? Just looking at something about Spanish police given £18 million in bonuses over the independence referendum. This, if you remember, I was covering this last year when there was fighting in the streets of Barcelona. Spanish National Police officers and civilian personnel were involved in the operation to halt the independence referendum. Ah, no, this was different. This was a referendum. Received bonuses of 21 million. Well, were the bonuses or was it overtime pay? Who's writing this? It's a Scottish newspaper. Not that I don't trust Scotland, Malcolm, just so you know. But Scotland and Catalonia have this thing, this independence thing. And I'm trying to filter through the BS at the moment, because living here, I'd like an independent Catalonia, but it's it would have to be in the right way, and there's a lot of BS that flies around. Don't say that, Dave. Jinx, jinx, jinx. Don't say that, please. Yeah, you won't be able to get it on disc till August, but won't you? We won't be able to download it till then, will we? I don't know. So yeah, going back to that thought, is that there's very few games where I can think of where the storyline takes a step forward in the later versions of the game. So the best example I can think of is Grand Theft Auto 5, where maybe I can't, because of the actors being unknown, like literally all the actors in the game are unknown, but it was really, really well written. But so maybe the actual sound work or the storyline, no, the casting, sorry, even though the casting was great for it, or at least Trevor was great. You just look at Grand Theft Auto 5 and it's a world away from Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto 4. The original Red Dead Redemption is a really strange one because Red Dead Redemption 2 has a lot more assets, but oh, it's jumped down actually to 265. That's good. Red Dead Redemption has more assets and more things to do, but I still think 1 actually beats it out. If they'd have put, I don't know why they've never done it, but if they'd have put 1 as an upgrade into 2, again with some of the assets, it would be a masterpiece. But I loved Red Dead Redemption 2, but I just think 1 beats it out a little bit. I think what other games that really do? Assassin's Creed, maybe. I think it's taken a step back in the last 2. Again, the last 2 have more to do, but it's whether they had that story. Like Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Syndicate was really good. Like, I haven't played a lot of it, but just the opening part that I played to get a taste of it was really, really good. And then when I saw the map, I was like, this is outstanding. So I think since then it's kind of taken a step back. But was it Syndicate? Oh yeah, Syndicate. I'm thinking of. Someone said the other day that Godfather 2 was the game was good. Actually, it was, wasn't it? Was it Godfather or Godfather 2? That's one of the games where people are asking for a remaster as well. I think there's a business in remastering. I really do, and I think we'll see it. We will see it happen in the future. One company will take over the other company's work and say, "Look, you keep working on your newer version. We're going to remaster this for you." That's what's happened with Mafia. It's not Hangar 18 that have remastered it. It's another company that have taken the assets from it and said, "Okay, we're gonna remaster it for you." That's going to happen a lot because you've seen it in Hollywood where we're getting these remakes of movies, so you're definitely going to see lots of remastered games. So what games get remastered? Or what games you'd like to see remastered? I was playing Flashback. I don't know if anybody remembers Flashback from the days of the Mega Drive. It's It's by the same people, or the Genesis in America. It's the same people who made Another World. Because EA made it. That doesn't automatically make it crap, Dave. It doesn't. I played Warfighter. Don't know if you ever Call of Duty. No, it's Call of Duty's Modern Warfare. What's that other one? The other famous shooter from a long time ago. I can't remember, but it's something Warfighter, and that game's awesome. That's an EA game. The new Star Wars Battlefront 2 is an EA game. That's a good game. So you can't say because EA made it. But I think it was Godfather 1 that was probably the best. Somebody made a really good. What was it? When Vice City came out, one company tried to jump on that and made The World Is Yours, didn't they? Which apparently was really good. I never got a chance to play it, but apparently that was really good. Wow. Come on. This is a ridiculous amount of time to wait to get on a PTS, to be honest. Lost Planet Extreme Condition. I can't remember it. There was a game I was talking about in a stream the other week. I've probably repeated myself here. From the days of the Amiga. Top-down techno... I know, what would it be called? Cyberpunk techno thriller? Called Dreamweb. It's a click and move game. Highly recommend that. You can play it through your browser these days. That was it, Scarface, Dave. Yeah. I remember that got a lot of good reviews. Extreme. Oh. Lost Planet Extreme Condition. Oh yeah, I remember the cover of that. I remember the cover. Never played it, but I specifically remember the cover. That guy standing in the snow. Alan's guy won't like that. Yeah, but I'd have to play a remastered version, Dave. Going back and playing old games doesn't work. Believe me, I try it a lot, and I always hope for the best. That's why I'm saying remastering will come back. Do you remember a game called Siphon Filter? It was a third person. Oh, I think it was third person over the shoulder, similar to how The Division plays. That was a very good game. That was a great game, actually. You used to be able to taser people till they set on fire. I seem to remember. And then another one that I was thinking about the other day was Original Ghost Recon. I'm going to try and get it to work on Windows 10. Apparently there's a workaround which does work on Windows 10. Wouldn't work on Windows 7 for me. But I've had a message from somebody the other day saying it does work on Windows 10. So I might play that and show you, because that was a great game. Graphics are terrible, but the gameplay itself was really good fun. And that was the first online group gaming thing I had experience of. Famously surviving a mission in a tournament. I was the only person left in my group with a bullet in both legs, both arms, and managed to survive until I think I got shot eventually, but that was a good mission. Everybody else got killed really early on though. So, well, I'm going to keep streaming for a little bit longer, but I'm going to have to make a decision about this because this is ridiculous. I might just go back and play the other division, the regular division, if this doesn't kick in, because this is really stupid. It looks like it's literally, as people are leaving the PTS, it's allowing you in. That's what it looks like. I mean, 45 minutes to get in. Okay, I'm gonna have a look to see if there's any news. The Division 2 PTS problems. Nope, doesn't look like there's any problems at the moment. I've not been able to get on. Let's try on Discord actually. So we'll see. So I don't know. Trying to think of other games that should really be remade. I'd love to see like a remastered version of Syndicate. Actually, I don't know whether I'd like it now. When I first had an Amiga, top-down strategy games, I absolutely loved them. But then since then, not really been into them. Not really been into them at all. I don't know why. Let's see what the news and announcements say on the Division Discord. Blah 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 blah. State of the game, state of the game, state of the game. Okay. Title update is available. Yep, we know that. Server status. Let's have a look. Some talk about maintenance. No, that's it. So I'll just see if on PTS, let's see what people are saying on the PTS on this one. PTS queue 100 in 5 minutes, 900. Well, that's good. There's somebody who's a little bit behind me who's 1,000 in the queue. I mean, again, is this incompetence by the companies when they're saying, hey, we're going to give you all these shiny new bells and we want you to come test them out, and then they don't give enough server space for it? Is it incompetence or is it just simple numbers? What do you think? Because I know they've got to act like a company. They can't just buy a load of server space. I know it costs them money and I know they don't want to spend too much money, but I mean, if you're oh, it's moving a little bit there though. Oh, hang on, has mine jumped up rather than down? No, I don't think so. I was sure it was on like 225. Okay, so I'm going to stick with this because this guy's gone down 100 in 4 minutes. So that means I'm probably going to get pushed up at some point if this guy's jumping up at that rate. As long as he's not lying. The other thing is my character's going to be a bit back now because they do the same as they do with Elite. They take a screenshot of your account. They've got some new dyes in the game. Elesgar knows that I like the apparel. I'm not the Elesgar knows I like the apparel, but I don't normally talk about stuff like that, but I do like my apparel in games. I do like making my character look as ridiculous as possible. It used to be a sign of something, didn't it? Do you remember, like, when PvP first became a thing? Because I don't really do PvP, but they always said that the most ridiculous looking person was the hardest player to kill on the server, generally. And it's to do with the mentality of that they would dress, like, these people would dress really stupid because everybody else would think, oh, look, there's an idiot, we'll go kill him. And then they'd just be able to take everybody out because they were a superior player. That isn't the case with me. I just like dressing like a dick. It's just how I am. Not in real life. I've got my Outlaws for Life t-shirt on today, actually. I was hoping to do some streaming of Red Dead Redemption, but I've been having problems with OBS. I'm really surprised I got it going today. Yeah, my apparel. My apparel, that makes my character special. I would call that apparel, yep. What was I going to say? Yeah, apparel. What was I going to say there about something or other? What was I talking about? It's totally gone out of my head now. Don't know. Don't know what I was talking about. Got a new joypad because the other one was broken. It's an Xbox One joypad. This is another reason why I had to upgrade to Windows 10. Because although it said on the box it works with Windows 7, it absolutely didn't. It's not actually it is officially certified to be used, but it isn't an actual one from Microsoft. It's another company who create them. Because it doesn't seem like you can get any Xbox controllers these days. Fuck's sake, we're moving so slow. If this has been an hour sitting in the queue, this is pretty ridiculous. Let me just check something on the Discord again. You've just got to hope that a load of kiddies get called in for dinner and have to sign out. Again, this is something as well. You know, why don't companies say, hey, we have limited space on the PTS, so there may be a queue. So, you know, if there's a big queue, maybe go away, come back a bit later and try it when it dies down. Like, they know that there's going to be tons of people lining up for it. The funny thing is, there's some people who like come in and play stuff like the PTS, and they get so into it that they forget they're on a PTS, and then when it closes and they have to go back to the game, they're like, oh, this is crap. And that's why I don't help with elites when elite do it, because I'm just like, ah, oh, bollocks to them. If I'm going to do any work, it is going to be on my account, because I don't know when the bloody update's going to come out. Let's have a look while this is loading in. I can always jump out and have a quick look around. So yeah, we're gonna finish up at some point with LA Noire. Don't think I'm quite at the end yet, but I think I checked the desks the other day. I think I'm in the last desk. No, I'm in the second to last desk now. So let's have a look. So what other games have I got loaded now? Because I've bought a new hard drive. I had to get one because I think the other one was failing and I was running out of space. Medal of Honor, Dave. That was the game I was talking about. Medal of Honor Warfighter. That was by EA. That was a great game. Great game. So at the moment on here I have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed 3, which I liked at the beginning, and then it changed. I'm not going to do spoilers, even though it's an old game. They changed something, and the game doesn't. I don't like playing it now, which is a shame because I like the period it's set in. I might go back at some point, but I didn't like the crossover character thing that they did. Assassin's Creed Origins, that was a gift off Ubi. All the Assassin's Creed were gifts off Ubi. I haven't bought them. Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy, which is, if you remember that game I was playing, what's it called? Forgotten its name. Detroit Become Human. It's one of their. Yeah, I'll probably get in by the time you get back, Malcolm. I'll probably be on. So that's good. It's a remastered version, and that's a very good game. So when I'm finished LA Noire, that will take LA Noire's place, I think. Flashback, which I started talking about that earlier. That's a remake, and I've only touched on it. I've had it for ages, just didn't ever get round to, just never got round to playing it. That's actually good fun. It's not like the first one. It's very different than the first one, although it is kind of half the same. So, I wonder if I cancel, if I'd be back where I was doing that mission, but I'm scared because there's a guy like 1,000 or whatever. That's what I thought, Malcolm. I don't think it is, but I did think it was for a second. I'm gonna start writing the numbers down. But no, I think it's just lack of movement that's making it seem that way. Oh, it's moving a little bit now. Alright, what else do I have here? Max Payne 3, but it's a shooter, and I don't know if it's stream worthy, to be honest. So many games here that I bought before and I've never really played them. What else? Observer, which is a cyberpunk adventure. I thought I'd like that, but it's first person, and I'm not a huge first person fan. But I might save that game until close to Cyberpunk's release. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'd like to play that, but there's issues with OBS, but I think I've got them sorted now, so I might actually finally be able to do a Red Dead on PC, which will look much better. What else? Ghost Recon Wildlands, but I streamed that before, but I've never really finished it. It's a very strange game, I'm going to be honest with you. More recently, after I did the streaming of it, I started playing it with cheats, just to get some enjoyment out of it, because it's not original Ghost Recon, and it had so much promise, that game. It really did. Which brings me on to Ghost Recon. I got it in a special offer the other day. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I can't remember which site. CD Keys or I can't remember which one. Had a ridiculous price on it, like €8 or something. So I grabbed it. I only played a little bit of it. Disappointed. I'm going to be honest. When I saw it being played, I was like, well, it's like The Division, but meets Wildlands. So I really thought that it was going to be a situation where you would kind of use Division 2's cover-to-cover mode, which you do, and I thought that the enemy would have kind of been pulled over from the Division, but they actually haven't. They've just pulled the enemy over from Wildlands, and it's extremely similar to Wildlands, but because it's requires to be online to play, like the Division, even though it isn't an MMO, you can't use cheats in it or anything, and that is a big problem because, like I've said before, there's just something about the enemy in Wildlands. And like they've been ported over to Breakpoint, is that they're too psychic. You can be in grass, and if they're within 5 feet of you, you can have a ghillie suit on in grass, and if they're within 5 feet of you, they know you're there. They know exactly where you are, all of them. So really, like hiding and stuff. There was a situation where I was in a ghillie suit. I think it was like a ghillie suit, and I was down on the floor, and I'd camouflaged myself, which is an option, and it reminded me a little bit of. I've been live 52 minutes, by the way, just so people know. It reminded me of that game out of that mission out of Call of Duty when you're in the grass and they're all walking so slowly, and I was like, why didn't somebody code that? I mean, I remember that moment in Call of Duty. It's a standout moment where they're walking past you and you're panicking. If you just join us, this is the PTS for the last hour. Last hour? My God! Could have made my supper and then come back, couldn't I? I should have made my supper and then come back. When I saw it, I was like 600 in queue. So yeah, I just feel that having been somebody who has graduated from the school of original Ghost Recon, ghillie suit don't work. Yeah. Having been a graduate of original Ghost Recon, none of the Ghost Recons after that have ever come close to capturing that game. There is a game in alpha on Steam at the moment. I'm not going to buy it yet. I'll have to wait till I've got a couple of quid. €15 I think it is, and it's by the makers of the original Ghost Recon. So or some of the original creators of Ghost Recon. They've created a more up-to-date game with better graphics and stuff like that, but they're following the tradition of how original Ghost Recon played. And I really don't understand why Ubisoft haven't taken Ghost Recon down that road, because Breakpoint could have been that. It could have been the changeover, but for whatever reason they decided not to, and it's a shame because for me Ghost Recon Breakpoint is too similar to how the Division plays. The only difference is Division is a looter shooter, so the bosses are bullet sponges, but how it plays is too similar, and it's too similar of a game for me. Okay, maybe if you have a sniper rifle, you take somebody out with one headshot, and that way that they detect you, where it goes dung 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 dung, it's so stupid. And that's taken from Assassin's Creed. So yeah, so there's a bit of pissing and moaning about that game. Ah, oh, come on! I don't want to wait forever. Right, let's have a look. So yeah, we'll see. What else can I garble on? Why don't we go with it? Let's have a look at the patch notes, actually. PTS patch notes. Oh crap, I've closed down. That was intentional. Right, just give us a second because I'm going to have to restore the session and then close it again. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to do this on my phone while we're waiting. It's going to be easy to do it on my phone. I could put it on screen, but it's probably better for you to watch the positioning queue bingo. Right, okay, so Division 2 PTS patch notes, PTS notes, or PTS, would it be PTS notes or PTS notes? Patch note, oh no. Right, okay, here we go. Title update 10, PTS patch notes, okay. So this is what we're expecting. Got a meeting new update on the way. Phase 1 of title update 10 hits the... Let's see. Where the hell's it? Okay, so there's a new sniper rifle, Mantis. SRS sniper rifle. Elisgar's gonna love this. It's an SRS sniper rifle. Elisgar can give us a breakdown on that. Your scope view displays additional information about enemies not targeting you. Quite interesting. Headshot and weak point damage against enemies not targeting you is amplified by 50%. That would be really good gun for somebody who, like I was saying before with my skill build, they don't come after me, the highest enemy, because I'm basically shooting them with a BB gun. So they go after everybody else, but I can use my skills to attack them, and they don't take the skills into consideration. Headshot kills reset the cooldown of the decoy skill. This bonus will wait until the decoy skill goes on cooldown if currently active. There's a mask called Vile, which says status effects also apply damage over time. Debuff for 10 seconds. Don't really know about debuffing. I don't really read that type of stuff. Total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage. Oof. This game is all about numbers. Right. Double barrel rifle. The Ravenous. One trigger pull. Fires both barrels at once. When fired from the right shoulder, hits add offensive perimeters and defensive perimeters when fired. Sorry, defensive primers when fired from the left shoulder. Hits from one shoulder will detonate all of the opposite shoulder's primers when so it's like it shoots little grenades and then they explode when you switch. But you're going to have to keep using the switch button. When detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage, while each defensive primer grants +4 bonus armor and 10% amplified damage to armor plates for 5 seconds. Primer effectiveness is doubled at 10 stacks, so it stacks, right. Magnum Revolver, don't know if that's the first time I've had it in. Headshot kills create a 5-meter explosion, dealing 400% weapon damage and applying bleed to all enemies hit, and it has a high base damage. Right, so development comment. The Ravenous and Regulus are exclusive to the up-and-coming Operation, which is a raid. I haven't done a raid on this. I was considering asking for a raid carry, actually. 10 new gear sets. Again, I've spent so much time putting my skill build together. Why they're putting new gear sets in the game? They wanted to have this kind of wide variety of builds that you could make, but everybody goes towards specific builds because they're meta. So they bring them down, but then something else becomes the meta. I mean, it just doesn't, you know what I mean? It seems like a pointless situation of going around in a circle and grinding for new gear, and you never get to just settle on the builds that you like. The one thing I liked about the Division is I had a heavy hitting build, which was based around Striker. I had a healer build. And I had a semi-good skill build, but skills weren't very good in Division 1. A semi-good skill build. And that was good. I played through the content and I enjoyed it, but it seems with this version of the game, they just want you to keep going. I mean, you can always add stuff, but just don't nerf other stuff. So, the Eclipse Protocol. It gives you a skill tier, alright. Status effects, okay, and skill haste. Yeah, I don't really need skill haste, can get that in other ways. Indirect transmission, this is the talent, I think. Enemies that die while affected by your status effects, spread those status effects to other enemies within 15 meters and refresh 50% of the duration. Is everybody keeping up with this? I hope you're taking notes. Oh, I've lost a viewer. I've bored somebody off the face of the planet. Yeah, I don't blame you. I really don't. An hour and a half to get into a PTS is ridiculous, and it could be that. Could be hitting that. It's obviously only putting people in as people drop out now. Chest talent proliferation increases indirect transmission range from 15 meters to 20 meters. Backpack talent amplifies all damage you deal to status effect targets by 15%. So 15% status effects. You can mix that with ignited maybe. That might work well. Foundry bulwark. Bulwark, am I pronouncing that correct? Again, Ellisgar, you can chip in. You know that, what bulwark is. I guess you do. It's kit. So, core, armor. That's nice. Ooh, I like armor. 2-piece plus 10% armor. 3-piece plus 3% armor regeneration. 4 makeshift repairs. When your shield takes damage, 40% of that amount is repaired to both over 10 seconds. Isn't there something that does like that at the moment? Chest talent process refining increases makeshift repairs. Well, this is a reviver build or a repair build. I've never really thought about repair build in this game. It's obviously possible. Wow, I might work towards that, because I think that if I'm gonna get a raid carry by somebody to get the stuff that you get out of the raid, it's probably best that I play as a healer or as a repairer or something to help. But as far as I'm aware, the raid at the moment, because they want build diversity, everybody has to be DPS. As far as I'm aware, I haven't read up on it much recently. Backpack talent, improved materials increases makeshift repair speed from 10 seconds to 6 seconds. I don't know a lot about repairs, so I couldn't honestly say. Future initiative, core skill tier, 2-piece 15% repair. Why another one with repair skills? I suppose you could make a 4 and a 2 with those, and they'd probably do well. Skill duration, skill haste, that's quite nice. Oh, that could do a 4 and a 2 with that. Well, no. What was the other one to there? Makeshift repairs was 4-piece. Whenever you take shield damage. Yeah, you could take that instead. You could go 3-piece on that one and 4-piece on this one. 15% skill duration and 15% skill haste. Ground control increases you and your allies' total weapon skill damage by 15% when at full armor. Okay. When you repair an ally, you and your allies within 5 meters are also repaired for 60% of that amount. That's pretty good. Chest talent, tactical superiority increases ground control bonus from 15 to 25%. That's very nice. Oh shit, I've just gone too far. And then backpack talent, advanced combat tactics, increased ground control proximity repair from 60 to 120%. New gear brand, Walker Harrison Company. This is weapon damage, 1-piece weapon damage, 2-piece 5%. I mean, oh no, sorry, no, hang on, no, this is the in slot, isn't it? So it gives weapon damage, damage to armor, and damage to health. But now, does that mean that some in slot stuff is going to become static? Because it seems that with some things I have stuff all over the place. So on what is essentially a skill piece of kit, I'll get weapon damage drop in, and it makes it useless. Well, in most cases it makes it useless. So I'm not sure if this is indicating that maybe stuff will drop in slot. So if you have something that is red, which is for your guns and weapons and dealing damage, everything that drops will be damage to something, which would be nice if all pieces dropped like that. And then maybe you could roll in other stuff if you really didn't want something. Might make it a bit interesting. Okay, 10 new talents. Here we go. Future perfect. Weapon talent is why I'm pissed off about my skill build at the moment. So weapon talent, future perfect. Weapon kill grants. Sorry about that. Weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 15 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. You could get 3 kills off in 15 seconds, I guess. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds. 90-second cooldown on the overcharge of 90 seconds. Instinct, hitting an enemy. Oh, this looks good for me. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damage an enemy with a skill grants 15% weapon damage. That's very nice. Right. So that needs to go on one of my weapons. I need that quickly. Damage increase doubled while both buffs are active at the same time, and I do think that normally I get the buffs up quite quickly. Right, backpack talent, adrenaline rush. When you're within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. That's nice. That's nice for cover to cover move and then opening up on the enemy when they're stronger than you. Could be good. Chest talent, headhunter. After killing an enemy with a headshot. Oh, this is ridiculous. How far have we moved in? Right, hang on. I'm just going to take some 185 at 42. I want to see how fast this is going down, because this, I'm going to be honest, people, this is absolutely ridiculous. Even though it's a PTS, they should be opening another server if they know that they've got, because not just my position, think about all of the people behind me. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals with 100% of that killing blow's damage in addition to it. Right, okay. Damage is capped at 1,500% of your weapon damage. I am not surprised. Right, let's have a look. Here's the changes to missions. So reduced how many elites will spawn in the following missions. So pretty much everything, almost. Most of the New York stuff and the new stuff. I actually don't have a problem with the elite spawning, to be honest. Again, I know why they're doing that. It's to stop loot. I think they're gonna try and control the loot drops a bit more. What you quite often see now at the end of a lot of missions is there's just loot everywhere because people they don't need it. It's trash, so they don't even pick it up these days because they've got a big bank account and everything's full. So I think that they're trying to work on that. No, they're bullet sponges. That's the point. I know it. I know it feels a bit off when you're playing it, Ella's guy. It's the way it is. That's what happens with bullet sponges. So yeah, so they're reducing the amount of elites that spawn, which is not good because that means that loot isn't going to drop as much. Good loot, I mean, because normally you get your best loot from elites. I don't think that's an issue anybody's had playing the game because I know you can play. I was playing on DPS build and I never play with it, so yesterday, and I was clearing certain missions at a pretty on hard, I think. I mean, it wasn't challenging, but even so, it wasn't difficult to clear them. Loot. Added all new Season 2 weapons gear to general loot pools. Targeted loot. Increased targeted loot drop chances for all missions and control point difficulties. Okay, it's the way they've made it for the phone. Added new Season 2 brand to targeted loot rotation in New York, not in Washington. Named items. Increased named item drop in chance in regular dart zone loot. Increased named item drop chance in targeted loot everywhere. Oh, that's good. Then it just says exotics, but then it doesn't say anything else. Added Warlords of New York Season 1 exotics, including the Bighorn to targeted loot. Now, this is something they're doing that I don't agree with, because for newcomers, right? So what they're doing is, as far as I can see, a season will play it within a period of time and will end, and you will never be able to play that season again going forward. And I don't understand that. If somebody buys the content, buys the game in 1 year's time, they should be able to play through all the content. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna reuse it at some point or something, but I don't like that because now they're saying that they'll add the exotics from that into the general loot pool, which is very good, but people should be able to play all that Season 1 content. I mean, I'm guessing it's because the moment passes and you're not chasing that person, so maybe it's not really a loss. I think the missions are a bit of a loss though. Coyote's mask to drop. What are we on? 185, 170. Now we've gone down 6 in about as many minutes. Right, oh God, it's killing me this. You never know, some kids might get called away for dinner, especially in Spain. It's about dinner time in Spain. Coyote's mass drop from Coyote no longer has a minimal seasonal level requirement. Well, of course not. Control points removed. Regular weapon gear loot. Containers not scaling with difficulty from control points. Now that's nice, but I have an issue with it. So Elazgar will know this because he's playing. Is when you go into a checkpoint every day, basically, it resets. And I think we did it in the same. No, we didn't have it in Division 1. You can go to a loot box and you get your free loot. So it resets every day and you can go back in and you can get it. Now, I've said to Elazgar what you used to do when I was going to 1 to 30 was I'd go around all the safe houses that I'd unlocked. Sorry, not safe houses, checkpoints that I'd unlocked. And get the free loot because you could either cash it in or you could use it because sometimes it is actually an upgrade. But they're doing away with that, and there's a big orange box in the checkpoint which you only get when you clear the checkpoint, right? So you have to clear the checkpoint of enemy to get this orange box, and it only opens once. And they said they're getting rid of the side loot, and you only get the loot from the orange box, but they haven't said if that orange box opens once a day. I don't think it will. And I think that's not very good for people who are coming in from level 0 to 30 because they're going to have to grind loot in a different way. Now, it's fine grinding it in another way. There's plenty of boxes around the map to be had. But it will mean loot runs because when the game first came out, I was like, oh, there'll be a loot run. That's fun because there was a loot run in Division 1, but it was from named enemies. So you'd do it, I can't remember how many hours you'd have to wait, but when it reset, you'd travel around the map, kill these big baddies, and you'd get loot. And that was your loot run. And then when this dropped, and there was like loot caches everywhere, I was like, alright, you could create a loot run in an area, fill up, but I've never used it because of the checkpoint thing. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because it does help you... It does help you look around the map. And it does help you again. Maybe it's better than travelling checkpoint to checkpoint. So we'll have to see. And they've made it so that the scale tiers with you, which is good because it never used to always scale. You'd get crap stuff in there. Increase the amount of scaling loot from the big control point reward container, which is the same information. Legendary. Increased NPC loot drop chance for veterans and elites on a legendary difficulty. I never played legendary. What are we on? 177. Okay. 10 up. Alright, Gavin. Let's have a look. That's not good. Increased prices for named items. If you don't have any money, that's not good. Increased item quality for all vendors. That is good because vendors basically passed level 30. Apart from your clan vendor and the and Cassie Mendoza. Who is a special vendor. She's a pain in the ass in herself. So increased item quality for all vendors. Now here's another one. Again, these two things are kind of juxtaposed because it says increased item quality for all vendors. Fantastic. But then it says vendors no longer sell superior quality items at maximum level. So you're not going to be able to buy a max roll. Basically what it's saying. You'll have to find max roll stuff, which I have found some doing heroic today. I'm gonna definitely sometimes I stay away from certain parts of the game because it's too difficult with my skill build. But today I joined these guys and we were attacking the level 4 control point, which is ridiculously hard. Managed to survive it. As soon as we find it, the music for the I was saying this before, but I'll repeat it. The music for the rogue agents kicked in, and suddenly 4 or 6 rogue agents, can't remember, appeared. I think it was 4, but it felt like 6. And they are notoriously difficult to kill. And they've got skills and stuff, but we handled them, we killed them. And when I looked at my weapons and stuff after that, nearly everything was max roll. I was like, my god, I need to do heroic a bit more often. but not in missions, because in missions it doesn't seem to. But those max rolls may have dropped from those division agents. I don't know how we survived. Normally, when you're in a full group and the division, the rogue agents drop in, I've always been killed pretty fast. But everybody else I'm playing with seems to get killed pretty fast. But this one group, I don't know why. I think it was maybe our different builds that we were able to just put them off. It was very, very strange, but it's the first time I'd seen it, and they all dropped like loads of max roll items. It was nice. Okay. Added field proficiency cache to SHD level up after reaching the maximum season level. Right. Okay. Oh, we're loading, people. We're loading. Now, hopefully this doesn't say put me back in a queue somewhere. I was about 175 or something, but maybe this is why that guy was saying that there was a big jump. If it suddenly drops me in, yeah, it's loading, so I'm guessing it's dropping people in big lumps. Or they've opened another server up. We're in. Gavin went at the wrong time, didn't he? Well, there was plenty of it. I was only halfway down the bloody patch notes there.
Safe area entered.
Okay, right. Oof. I don't know if my computer's overheating or something, but I'm getting some serious lag on this. Serious lag. Well, so just start off by seeing what the vendor's got. Weapon balancing cache. Okay, yeah, maybe this is something that's helping me a little bit. Let's see what this is. We'll come back to the guns and stuff. Oh, you're back in time, eh? Sorry about the lag. I don't know why. I'm going to try next time I do. This does seem to be an issue with OBS. Now, I'm just going to try something. It's just an idea of actually. Yeah. Let's see if this makes a difference. It looks like it's made a slight difference. No, it hasn't. Oh, I got too excited there. I should never get too excited. So let's see what this does. Gear balancing. Bloody hell! They're giving you everything just to play through with. Or everything that exists at the moment. I hope it's all at max roll. That would be really nice. Gear balancing cache. This won't happen when the game goes live, believe me. Jeez Louise. Alright, so it's giving you all the new stuff as well. Okay. How'd you like that? How to fit everything in, I don't know. But okay, let's have a look. So, we're on skill damage. Hardwired. Or is it just giving me the new stuff? I think it's only giving me the new stuff. Oh, that's no fun. There was one that I wanted to try and mix in, but I can't remember what it was now. Oh, and it's not max rolled. I thought they were giving us everything with max roll. You know what Thought did? It's giving me a free tardigrade armor system, but it's not as good as the one that I have. But I've got a better one since then. Right, let's see. I can't actually see some of the stuff it's given me, or it doesn't seem to have given me some of the stuff. But it might have done. I'm trying to see where the bulwark stuff is. It doesn't seem to be there. But I saw it in the list. I'm not sure if it's because I didn't have enough space or something. I really don't know what this kind of thing was. Like, it's giving me the Dodge City holster. Still need to work for that. Don't need it though. Okay, indirect and status effects. Ah, that's one that gives status. That's just repair skills one, so I don't want that one. And these are all my regular stuff. Let me just check that. Okay, no. We're in. No. Right, okay. That's bizarre. Right, cost to go bag. I think I already had that anyway. You know, if this didn't have the feedback loop cooldown, that Acosta's go bag would have been outstanding for this build. Skill haste and skill damage. It'd have been really, really good for it. Because the skill haste on this isn't too good. I could have swapped that skill damage over, but again. Okay, so really I'm not interested in that stuff too much. Because at the moment it doesn't seem like any of the stuff's really going to build on my build. In the way I want it to. I was hoping that Ninja Bite, Messenger Bite, knee pads. I love them, but actually it doesn't give you like it does give you this reload thing where basically if you vault over something you don't have to reload, which is quite nice. Soyuz knee pads, I've already got them somewhere. They're alright. Soyuz knee pads. It says you can't be staggered from explosions, but to be honest with you, explosion staggering doesn't seem to be a huge issue within the game. These new things don't seem to really work for me. Right, let's open the weapons. This is the interesting one because I get to use some weapons that I've never used before. That was faster than the other one, wasn't it? So I'm gonna get to play around with some weapons that I've never used before, and that's why I was looking forward to opening this one. Oh, hang on, this is why I don't have some of these things, because it won't fit. Right, hang on a second then. Oh, this is ridiculous. Come on. Well, I can sell all the stuff I don't want to use, so let's just sell all of this stuff, because I don't really want to use this. I'm not going to lose it in the main game, so I can get rid of all these. Ah, crap. Okay, let's trash that. Okay, because there is some of these guns I really wanted to try and use, so... Right. And this is why some other stuff hasn't dropped in as well, hasn't it? Right, hang on a minute. Okay, this is making sense now, right? So, let me just... I'm going to dump some stuff off here. Because I've never tried it. So, the stuff that I know about, I'm going to get rid of. So, ongoing directive, I'm going to get rid of. Only need one of them. Oh, that's strange. Oh, they're different. I thought they were the same thing. They have different things on them. Okay. So I'll get rid of aces and eights. Don't need that. Don't need the tardigrade. That one I don't need, so I can trash that. Maybe I should sell them, actually. Okay. So probably not going to have enough space for all this. I can get rid of the tardigrade armor. Get rid of that. Hey Zenazulo, how goes it? I haven't seen you in a while. No, I have. You were in the other week, weren't you? Sorry, sometimes I... Okay, we can get rid of all this. Even the stuff that I've got favorited, because I'm not going to be using it in this situation, on this PTS. I might try some of the newer stuff. But I'm not going to be using a lot of this older stuff. So I might try some of these. I want to try even when I'm not streaming, because I actually that can go. Because am I going to use my deep? No, I'm not. Cause I want to try the new gear out. So so we can get rid of all this. Tiger Woods? What are you on about, Tiger Woods? This is the female character, mate. You've met her, haven't you? Right. Okay. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yep. What? Sorry about this. I'm getting my buttons mixed up, but it's because I'm a bit cack-handed. Right, get rid of that. Oh, not that one. That one. Get rid of that. 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 Okay. Getting there, people. Getting there. Get rid of that. I should have maybe kept the striker stuff, but it's not the end of the day. It's not going to be. It's not going to be massive. At least my shade level is still pretty high. Let's just go through them and get rid of some of this stuff. Ah, come on, just there we go.
That filled my inventory.
I bet it did.
That was a good deal.
Right, okay, so let's get rid of some of these guns as well. So, well, no, not the guns. I want the guns. Is this giving me some extra stuff? No, I think it's just. I don't think it dropped me anything in there. Oh, maybe it did. I don't know why though. I think that's just my collection. I'll just quickly put some extra weapon damage on that one if I've got it. Okay. So let's try again. Yay, we've got everything. Okay, so now this is where we're going to get to nicely play around with the guns. So this one, I already know what I'm putting in. I'm going to put the Bullet King in here because I haven't got the Bullet King and I really wanted to try it out. Bullet King there. So it's not a max roll Bullet King, but I can roll something into it. Chatterbox, forgotten what that one was. When you reload, rate of fire is increased by 20% now. When scope switch to semi-automatic mode. This is actually a really good gun, this Bighorn. It's very, very nice, the way it plays. 1 second. Chameleon's pretty good, but I don't think the roll's all that great. I could put some assault rifle damage on it. My standard chameleon's actually not too bad there. There's something about the chameleon I don't like. Yeah, there was diamond, but diamondback's alright. That's a rifle. Diamondback's a rifle. Diamondback's actually really good once it targets in. It's really good. It's got like this weird targeting system, but once it targets in, it's outstanding. Do you know what? I'm gonna give the Bighorn when scoped switches to semi-automatic mode. It's weird because it has the Bighorn down as assault rifle, but if I remember rightly, it's not an assault rifle. So and then we're gonna put Bullet King in this one. Oh, can you only have one equipped at a time? Oh, that's crap. Right, okay, then we're gonna go Bullet King in here. Bullet King. I bet I've sodded off my other rifles now, so I haven't got a better choice than Glory Days. Right, let's give this a bit of a whirl here. I'm still at stage 4 of that. Yeah. Okay. Well, not the end of the world. Right. Okay. Let's. Oh, and a sidearm. What options have we got on sidearm? Limit E, stack hit, no. Headshot, no. Thanks. Oh, that's it? Oh, wow. Okay. Right. So, let's fast travel somewhere to try something out. We'll go to Lincoln Memorial. I don't mind Lincoln Memorial. Alright, yeah, I'll get rid of that actually, because it's sunny outside by the looks of it, unless it's raining when we get to Lincoln Memorial. Okay, so what I'm saying now is they said that you should feel stronger, your character should feel stronger, and your character should feel like they are kind of ready to take on the world, so but not too easy. That's what they said. So let me just change my setup because I had it set up for doing one of the things that I now no longer need to do. So we have a mortar and C commands, close to C commands. We'll just wait for them to come back. It takes a couple of seconds and then we can go. Right, off we go. Lincoln Memorial.
Black Tusk has taken over the memorial to control access to the bridge. Get them out of there.
Enemy helicopter approaching.
Get yourself ready, Agent.
Where is he? Can't see the ropes. There we go. Now, this gun never needs to reload, so it just constantly fires bullets. This is a bit silly, but shite, they escaped. But they'll be alright. Okay, incoming another helicopter. Now, be aware, I've only got 3 thingamajigs left.
Found any more of them? Circle around to the flank.
Right, so far, purple gear's dropped. Now, it's on normal, to be fair. I am going to run it in a group in a minute as well. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to change my silly raid code, did I? No, hot. Okay, there you go. Something less silly, Oscar. Okay, just for you. Right, this is Black Tack. Keep forgetting this is the Black Tusk mission. I do apologise for the flickering. I don't know what causes it. I'm going to have to look into it because it's probably something to do with OBS, to be honest. And I need to have a look at switching that. So we're going to deploy our Seeker mine. Some of it's probably got to do with that. Again, we can just target his. Where is he? What the hell are you? Oh, I see. Okay. Ah, I'm on the wrong side. Right, there we go. Now we can use this to our advantage. Constantly go for his wow, somebody's just boosted him there. Right, so I'm going to be honest and say that they said that this should make it a little, you should feel a little bit more powerful. Don't really feel powerful here. As powerful as I could. Okay, what there?
There are more targets past the gate.
They fell off the rope. Right, so yeah, I mean I feel powerful, but I don't feel as powerful as they made out that you would probably feel. Okay, we can destroy that now. I just wanted to make sure that enemies came in. So yeah, it seems like only when she's moving it's doing that, because if I'm like this, it's generally alright. But if it means downgrading the graphics or something when I go online, I don't mind doing that. It's not a huge issue for me. Let's have a look. Just gonna see if there's anything in the graphics that might. Should I maybe move it back to 30? Limit to 30 frames and see if that helps. Helps a little bit. Doesn't seem to, but I was hoping that it might. Hard to handle this gun, like really hard to handle. Alright, that felt much more responsive, if I'm totally honest. Oh crap. I escaped. Where is he? I didn't realise that this thing moves around so much. Right, where is he? He's gonna drop right on me, isn't he? That gun is ridiculous, and this the helicopter. I see the helicopter flying away. It's ridiculous because it's so constant. Oh crap! We've got a war dog. No. Okay. Should be killing him. It is a bit of a pain in the backside trying to get the angle on something else.
No more contacts.
Right, okay,
Good.
that definitely
Head in
takes
and
longer
secure
than
the
usual.
underground.
So this idea that they were going to make the agents slightly stronger is bollocks. To put a nicer word to it, it's never taken me that long to clear that part. Even with the Black Tusk invasion. I don't mind it. I mean, I like the fact that you have to work a little bit. I mean, I never truly got to use one thing there. This is a skill build. I'm just gonna actually see if anything's been taken off it by any chance. So let's see. 686 armor. No, that's standard. But my armor doesn't feel any more buffed. They said it should feel buffed. Didn't feel buffed at all. As you can see, I knew when to use the medipack so that, without looking. So you, that doesn't seem like it's received a buff. The turret 3.3. I have to think backwards because I've got it 3.5 now. That seems the same, and the Seeker Mine is. The Seeker Mine's higher. I think it's 2.5 on my other build. So that's strange. So the Seeker Mine's got a bit of a buff. And to be honest with you, I noticed it took out a gold guy, which normally it doesn't. You have to put a couple of bullets into him. So, but we'll see. Hello, Malcolm. So I finally got in. And yeah, the Bullet King feels really strange because although you can't rely on it too much because it is going to run out of bullets at some point. I think it's only got 1,000 rounds, so it can run out. But it does feel amazing to use in a way. Oh, I didn't mean to start this part because I wanted to try out. Let me just die. Let me just die a moment. I want to try something. Seriously? Number one, and I'm not waiting for 1,000 people to come back in. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna see if great. Can't even get into a pause screen from this, so you have to go out of the game and hard reset it. What a joke. nobody's answering my question, because they never do on these things. I'm actually going to try some different things, Zena, because this OBS is nice, but on some games it seems to struggle, especially this one, to grab stuff. It seems to have difficulty getting stuff. It's like right. Okay, I am going to have to close this game down and restart it. And if I'm 600 in queue, it's going to have to be no thank you. I tell you why it has issues, because OBS is taking everything up. That's why. Right, okay, well, that's going to give me a little task here. So that's going to crash out. We're going to put OBS Studio as... let's have a look. Oh, Windows 10 looks completely different. I don't like this. OBS. Expand? No. Yeah, maybe. Go to details, maybe? Oh god, this isn't fun. Set priority, there we go. Right, I'm gonna just set OBS to low. The reason I want to do that is I want to see if it still captures at the same rate and it still keeps going, which it does look at the moment. I haven't lost anything, and then that might allow the game to play correctly. So let's just get this PTS back up. If it's not going to work properly, or if it puts me back in 1,000 place, I'm just going to call it a day for the stream. I might come back in a half hour or so with something extra, something different, you know, but it'll take me time to put it together, because it wasn't my intention to drop out. I don't just want to load up regular Division and play it, because people who come into the stream will think they're watching the PTS when they're not, so that's a little bit of a pain in the backside. Right, so the game is back, I think. Yep, okay, so we can tab into it, tab back. It's still showing, isn't it? Yeah, okay, it's showing, that's good. Right, okay. So as long as we don't get stuck in that stupid list, that stupid waiting list, that waiting queue.
Press space to start. Press escape to quit.
Which I'm pretty sure we are, but you can hope. Sometimes if you load up fast enough, when you've been kicked, you haven't been kicked from the server, or you haven't properly been kicked from the server. But I'm going to be honest with you, I think I might just be outside of that marker. But I have actually been known to drop right back into the mission where I was. I'm like this, son! You see, it is loading. So yeah, it might have kept my place on the server. Still crossing my fingers, because I'm not going to say yes.
No more
yeah,
contact.
It saved my place on the server. Fantastic. One thing this game does good. So it's even saved my correct place in the mission. So before we go here, I'm gonna... Oh, it does have the stuff on the Bullet King. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. It's got... I don't know if I can change it. No, they're locked. Damn it. I was thinking if I could give the Bullet King some extra... Oh yeah, this is playing much better now. Now that I've knocked OBS down. Okay, well I know how to do the OBS thing now. See, I killed the other guy there.
Requesting backup.
Get that just slightly further back. I'm just off. You also, when you're launching these missiles, they have to go into open space to kill the guy. It's really annoying. That's not going to work. I was hoping it might. Ah! You have to remember this is a skill build, so I'm not real. My shooting is not quite so much, although I might use the looking for some stuff. But again, I honestly think on the regular thing I would have had this clear. I'm also being flanked. I would have had this clear by now if I was on the regular server. I'm getting flanked again, aren't I? Oh, I see it there. The only other thing as well is they move around a lot. This isn't what... I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't feel... It doesn't feel terribly difficult or anything, but this is not what they were saying. This skill build is... it's not... It does its job. But I don't even think I've finished the half of this yet. Have I? Oh, maybe I have. Okay, maybe I have. Maybe the enemy just popped in quicker. I don't know. I don't feel more powerful. I hope I didn't just use a medikit there. Genuinely don't feel more powerful. But we'll see as we go. Don't know what all those sounds are. I don't know if there's something actually opening up or not. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we got some high grade loot, but that's probably why? Is it not working, Gavin? Or you asking why I was talking the way I was? Now you've got me second guessing, so I'm gonna have to have a look. As far as I'm aware, I'm still streaming. No, the game, the game's stuck. No, I'm fine. I'm definitely streaming. Definitely streaming, and it seems to be better. It seems to look a little bit better than before. Okay. No, I think that was you, Gavin. Mind you, sometimes YouTube does do that, actually. Yeah, this is running much better now than it was before. You've got a little bit of... Wait, I didn't mean to take that. There is a slight amount of jitteriness, but I might be able to play around with that. I don't know. Can't promise anything, but I might be able to do it. Can't remember what door that opens there. I think it's upstairs anyway. This area is going to be difficult to do actually, because these guys flank you left, right, and centre. So, and there's war dogs by the sound of it. There we go. They don't seem to trip up as much. Used to work. Oh, we're having a grenade off, are we? Yeah, my grenades don't work as well as yours, mate. That's the only problem. I think I have to stand up to get this grenade over here. I've got my seekers back anyway. I'm not sure if this opens up that door here. No. Let's move on. Right. Okay, so I can destroy that now. Right, so the way this skill build works out is that I only have a 12-second cooldown on my turret, and then if I throw my seekers out, and then I deploy my turret, I get my seekers back immediately, and you play the turret, and then they go into countdown. But if you destroy the turret, I get the Seekers back. So there's kind of this backwards and forwards thing. Now it doesn't flow forever, but it's very, very close to continuous. Very close to continuous. There are moments where I have to go like 9 or 8 seconds without, and there has been the often when I'm not doing it correctly where I've had to go a little bit longer. But in general, it gives me an almost constant loop of them. As long as I'm not just destroying the turret straight off. Try to use the turret as much as possible where I can. But what it does allow me to do is, for example, here you'll see I can throw my Seeker Mines out. Once they go on countdown, so now I can put my turret up and I immediately get another set back. Right, so this is quite helpful for me, because that's not gonna work. Now when I get into a situation like this where I think I've set the turret up wrong, I destroy it and I get my Seeker Mines back again. So it's like, I don't know, it feels pretty good, but now I'm still waiting for the turret to come back. It has. I can put it up and I immediately get Seekers back again. So you can see where the build is like, it kind of works, or kind of works for me. And if I destroy the turret again, now it probably won't give me the Seekers. Oh, it did. It did give me the Seekers back there. So I don't know. There's some. I like this build for that. It feels like that's what a Division agent would. I fell through the sort of cracks there. Feels like what a Division agent would be able to do if they were real people in a real situation. But yeah, they wouldn't have endless amounts. I am aware of that. But
The command room is secure, but still no sign of the commanders. Find them and neutralize them.
this is the big part. So, is there some graphical difference there? So this. Now they just avoided the Seekers there somehow, and I don't know how. And it looks like the big gold guy avoided even more. I don't know how. Yeah, got him. Okay, so I'm going to destroy the turret because this is going to... Oh, he's really aggressive. Really aggressive, and I don't have the power to keep up with him, but we might still be able to get him. But yeah. I can suppress. Not too bad. He's trying to get his skill back himself, I think, there, so... Oh, that didn't damage him at all? Are you kidding? Let's see if we can get him to stand up here. This game sucks ass. There we go. Right, okay, so that really strangely, that part was so easy, and normally that part's quite difficult. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. It seems like that was too easy, and one of the rebalancing things apparently was to make that more difficult and the other parts easier. So, I don't know. Apart from some new gear, I just don't feel if it's
This is the last place they can hide.
huge upgrade.
Time to get topside.
I mean, I don't know how quickly I cleared that part.
The bridge is back under our control. Well done.
Right, now that was on regular. Okay, that was on regular, so I'm gonna try a mission. Automatic event center is quite interesting. So I'm gonna change this to challenging now. Or should I change it to hard? No, I'll change it to challenging. I'll do it with a group. And then I'll try a mission on hard on my own. I'll have to think about which mission's probably best for this build. Mission settings. Okay, let's find it. Yeah, the stream looks better now. I've knocked OBS down, and it doesn't seem to have affected OBS at all, which is good. Nobody's you can't tell me nobody's matchmaking. Come on, come on. I could call for backup. Call for backup. I could go on call. Do I get a nice... oh no. No apparel caches found. I don't know why. Maybe everybody's in New York, because a lot of this new stuff's coming to New York, isn't it? Should I travel to New York and have a look there? Maybe do Wall Street or something. Right, so we'll go to the safe house there. I think we can go to any safe house actually, but I'll see if they've got anything in the Haven settlement. Good, you don't have to switch server.
Entering safe area.
Okay, let's see what she's got here. Way, look, I'm top of my group. Way. Normally I'd never be on there, but perfect Sadist, that one's got. Repair, skill, haste. But these are all like old gear. These aren't anything new. So oh, that is Walker Harrison Company. That's weapon damage and damage to armor. Backpack. Huh.
That was a great deal for both of us.
Right, let's have a look. Weekly cash. Do I get a weekly cash? Hey! Because I actually knew that I'd have one stacked up. Probably has nothing in it, like. Right. Nice. Loads of money. Right, okay, I'm going to try the big horn. Because I wanted to try this one. I'm going to try and do... I hate the tanker one. Can't remember the tombs. I hated that one as well. I don't know how many of these I actually liked. And Liberty Island. Okay, I'll do stranded. I'll do stranded tanker. Let's have a look. Matchmaking. Right, I'll just do standard matchmaking. And hopefully somebody's doing. Somebody's going to be doing it. Regardless, a lot of people might not actually be matchmaking, to be honest. A lot of people might not be actually doing it, so I might have to do it on my own, but doing it on challenging on your own, it's I don't think I'm going to survive. In fact, I know I won't survive. But I wanted to do it in challenging because I wanted to see if the drop rate changed. So we'll have to see. Your play looks like a social justice warrior. No, I just wanted somebody who was just, like I said, stupidest looking thing possible.
Time to take down Vivian Conley and hopefully
This
get
is
us
about
one
as
step
stupid as I
closer
can get. I've
to
got the
finding
old
that son of a
Stars
bitch
and
Keener.
Stripes shirt. This
We
is
know that
Ellen's
patrols
car's
of
get up when he
cleaners
goes on holiday
regularly
to
head out
Hawaii.
the west gate of their oil
So,
refinery.
Stars and
Let's
Stripes
exploit
pants.
that opportunity and infiltrate their complex.
A lot of peacekeepers are dead
tropical
because
shirt
Keener's been
there,
using
the
Conley.
hat, everything
Find
like
her
that.
and make it
Nice
count.
colouring on the gloves and stuff. You know? Yeah, one. I could, instead of matchmaking, let's stop the matchmaking process and we'll do, that's probably why, because it should be unchallenging. I could start it and hopefully somebody's going to drop in on me. I don't want a random main mission though. I don't know why nobody's. All right, I'm gonna start it. I'm not gonna last. I'm gonna get
Conley and
killed
hopefully
non-stop.
get us one step closer
This
to
build
finding
is
that
not,
son of a bitch Keener.
solo
We know that
challenging.
patrols of cleaners
It's not-
regularly
it's
head
not
out to
good
the
enough.
west gate of their oil refinery. Let's exploit that opportunity and infiltrate their complex.
Probably gonna get.
A lot of
pretty much
peacekeepers are
straight
dead
to the
because
back.
Keener's been using Conley. Find her and make it count.
Oh. I went scoped. Oh, that's weird. Where is he? I can't see him. Where is he? Ah, he's over there. See how my bullets basically do nothing. Okay, let's get him. They're not as bad as China. What do you like? Like Fox News sometimes. Building everything up. Okay, this part is going to be more difficult for me, I think. Oh, that was good. Hey! Come on, get him. Oh, that's why. This is actually a very difficult. I don't know why he's doing laps around the around the car park here. Oh crap! I can't reload on time. Oh god, I missed. Come on, let's dance. Come on, I can't get reloaded in time. I'd love it if the real world worked like that. You just run around until the guy who's trying to kill you gets bored. Oh, wrong button. So as far as I was aware, this gun worked a little bit differently.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
As I say, I have to hope that one works, because otherwise I'd have to use.
Could be a contamination risk. We can't let anything disrupt our operation. Oil is the fuel of our organization and our cause.
Sounds like Conley's really invested in this oil business.
I guess now you know which buttons to push. Agent, let's wreck their
Welcome in
compound.
anybody who's just on the stream, by the way. Come by and say hello in the chat. That's what it's there for. Everybody's friendly bunch on my chats. On my. Oh, I'm gonna get creamed here, by the way. Just so we know. Because my skills are still on cooldown. Right, okay, we've got loads of guys running through those doors, so I expected that. Let's destroy this. So we can get these back. While we deploy, I'm going to climb up here and hopefully don't die. Oh. Very good when you've got a going after you. This is where everybody is. It's got one of those target things.
Hostiles detected nearby.
Looks like the reinforcements are coming from the cleaner's underground tunnel system.
It's kind of where you can wait here for. I'm just randomly bombing places here because I don't know exactly where the guys are. There's one underneath. Take down the turret. Oh, yeah. When I get out of there, don't down me. Get that thing back. Oh, is he trying to get up here? He's under me. Look.
Find a way to block off access to the tunnels, or the place will be swarming with cleaners in no time. It'll also keep Conley from using the tunnel as an escape route.
Basically walking the wet sand into the dry. Alright. I think they do have to control the beaches a little bit at the moment. I mean, in England it's a little bit ridiculous. There was actually a guy yesterday, very drunk, on $2 beer, and kind of saying, you know, it's ridiculous how many people there are here. People were scolding him, saying that he was like kind of the antipathy of somebody saying that things should be under control when they're not doing something. But I think he was making a very serious statement. I think he felt that the government should be telling people what they can and can't do. Which again, it's going to have its own problems because then people go, no, you can't control me. The guy in Brooklyn yesterday refused treatment because he says COVID-19 doesn't exist. Right, so you've got idiots on both ends of the scale. Doesn't matter which way you look at it. The politicians haven't done a good job. I'm going to be honest. In Spain, they've done a great job. They came out the other day and said that basically the only people being infected are people already in hospital, in a hospital situation. People who are already in the hospital are the only ones being affected at the moment, which is fantastic. I mean, if that is the true situation, no, you haven't. Ah! Why isn't it firing? Oh, I can tell you why. There, that got him. They paid everybody here, or at least paid them a certain amount of money. Everybody, as far as I'm aware now. So even poor people here who weren't on or weren't on welfare, I guess you'd call it, and stuff like that. Everybody got paid something. Evictions were outlawed. You couldn't, electricity and gas couldn't be cut. Still can, as far as I'm aware, up until June something or other.
Agent, I've deployed a surveillance drone to the area. I'll let you
I
know
think
if
Spain's had
Conley.
one of the best reactions in Europe. I really do. And it looked, at the beginning, it looked bad. But when you're looking at the statistics of the other countries, and the fact that now Spain is saying it's pretty much gone, and we're still under certain restrictions, so you have to wear gas masks, you have to wear face masks when you go out. All that malarkey.
Cooling pumps detected.
Whatever they're cooling probably can't handle too much heat. Do whatever you can do to disable those pumps, Agent.
But I think they've done a great job here. I really do. People feel that maybe... Oh, is it that loud? Right, okay, hang on a second. I didn't realise game volume was that high. Ah! Gander. Oh yeah, put my microphone down a little bit. Right, okay, let's knock the game volume down a little bit. Ah, he's coming! I can see him! Well, where is the bloody thing here? Get it here! Oh crap. Right, because he's going to destroy that if he gets too close. I want to get my... And the fire and tar bombs at me. So yeah, basically, they've done a very good job in Spain. Very good job. You know, people have died. It's been horrible. I've got a student who's lost 2 grandfathers and a father. I mean, it's a horrible situation, but it really is a horrible situation. You can't imagine that, the poor kid.
Looks like there's some more cooling pumps. You know what to do.
Certainly do. So I'm going to try and ignite some of this stuff. And there's going to be another wave here, so I'm just going to set myself up so I'm not in a terrible situation. Let's destroy that off. Okay. I'll just wait till it gets to 6. 6, okay. I'm gonna get my things back here, so I just need to be at that distance from him that he can't quite get me. Yeah, you went after it, didn't you, silly sod? I have to be careful here because there's deposits of gas. Where is he? Get him. Oh, shite. I didn't realise that his thingy can... Quick, 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 quick! Ah, crap, he's setting everything on fire here. Right, okay, that can go out. I'll kind of go around the back of him and try and get him that way. I'm doing a horrible job of aiming here, by the way. Yep, want to get out of there. There's ah! This is ridiculous. This shows you how actually bad my build is at this point in time. Because he runs until he gets within range and is able to spray you. Need to get through this before it ignites. See, put me on fire and I wasn't even in it anymore. That's what I hate about this game. He's gonna run again, isn't he? This should be the last one. Have it! He's dead, right? Okay, now they're coming out from behind me, so I need to... Please don't ignite that. I should probably put some armor onto it. Oh, why haven't you gone after him, you Tibby? So he's dropped them a whack. Yeah, I know.
Serious trauma detected.
This is ridiculous. Why are the bombs not going out? Get out there! Oh, now it just destroyed them, just for fun, eh? Well done. Right, this guy's really peeing me off. Yeah, so this is challenging, don't forget. Yeah, I mean, there were some people trying to politicize it here in Spain. We have a very right-wing government most of the time. And if they'd have been in charge, I mean, there would be people, there'd be bodies on the street and everything. They do not care about anybody but themselves. We have essentially what would be considered a socialist government. It's more like conservative light in reality. Certainly isn't totally totally socialist, but I just think they've done a really good job. France, they were, what was it, no business is allowed to fail. No business will be allowed to fail, sorry. They don't have that in Spain, but I think that's a really good thing that France brought in. I don't know, it's hey Jack, how's it going? Sorry. Good to see you, my man. We were having a chat the other week, myself and Jack. Where? I don't know. Ah, get through here. Right, okay. Still matchmaking. Nobody's come in. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go into social. I don't know if matchmaking's actually been stopped or something. Stop matchmaking. And I'm going to put out a call for backup, because if there's anybody in my clan, they might come through. So it took me a long time to see you there, Jack. I wasn't being rude. I was in the middle of a rant.
Hostiles detected nearby.
Oh, we'll get some fire bullets for emergencies. I like how that only destroyed one guy. Get him! Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to. Yeah, bug off. Perfect shot once I'm up here, aren't you? Thought you might be. Boom!
Cooling pumps detected.
Right, so if I remember, we shoot this one. No.
You have been promoted to group
Oh,
leader.
somebody's dropping in with me, that's good.
You are now group leader.
So I can't remember where the cooling pumps are.
Another agent is now in your group. Backup arrival confirmed.
There we go.
An agent has gone offline.
Ah, now it's saying he's gone offline. So I'm just gonna destroy this because if I remember rightly, we're supposed to shoot these, but nothing's happening. There was 2 to shoot. Is this FDev? Oh, for God's sake. Right, okay, hang on a second. I know how to kind of beat this. If I remember. There is a way of getting out of this without restarting or resetting the whole mission, which is we go into... No, yes. But that's the fire one, isn't it? Let's see if it works. Yep.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
There we go.
Agent incapacitated. Agent. Cooling pumps detected.
Now we have to make... Ah, actually, maybe... yeah, fuck something up there. Right, let's have a look. So, let me just change that back. And then it goes. Right. Maybe I did mess something up. I didn't realise it was this one. I thought it was the thing. So I just killed myself for no reason. I just needed to find 2 of them. There we go. See, I'm not mental.
That's sweet music to my ears.
I might need to call for backup again though. I don't know. Call for backup? Yeah.
Sending backup request.
Oh, there we go. Hey Hans Zero, how's it going?
Oil refinery.
Welcome into the stream.
Conway's not gonna like
It's nice to see a new name. It's nice to see someone over there on Twitch.
Hostiles detected nearby.
Watch out! That refinery is falling apart, and the pieces will have to land somewhere. Avoid the impact areas.
Now you need to kind of get these things right in there, and he's spam throwing these grenades, so I want to be very careful. And we've got somebody dropping something. Let's see. Where is he? Ah, bloody hiding there. Why aren't these going out? Nope, got more. No.
Another agent has joined your... Backup arrived.
Oh crap, I'm gonna need it at this rate. Ah, crap all over. Come on. I can run away from him now. I'm gonna destroy this. I have to kick this disconnected guy because he's gonna affect my.
An agent has left your group.
Good.
An agent is back online.
Destroy that because I don't know how close it is to coming to the end of its life, and then he's gonna follow me up the stairs, and now I can move away and put some there we go. I don't know what I'm doing.
Keep it up. You're right on her tail.
Right, okay, so yeah, this is challenging difficulty. So I mean, and this Weaver guy is level 17.
Requesting backup.
So he's gonna have problems, and I can't save him, unfortunately. Hey Hanzero, sorry. Yes. Well, nothing very different. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm not trying any of the new kit out at this very second because I wanted to see what the player levels were like at different points. So I don't know why this guy's on the PTS actually at level 17. Doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make sense to be playing the PTS. So, Ellis, you just, I mean, you're just like that anyway every time. Come on. Wait, put out that. Oh, we're going to have to go into a fight here, because this guy's going to be too strong for both of us, mate. So, you need to be ready for the fight here. Okay, I'm going to go out the door, because he's going to get me. Because he's going to get me. I'm going out the door, so you can't get me. I'm going to have to destroy the turret there. I'm going to try and draw the aggro here, if I can. Because he's got a constant healer there. But we've lost... Don't turn to me, don't turn to me, don't turn to me. Okay, I can get my thing up there. That should kill him off. Right, there we go. So I'm just trying to, at the moment, Hans, I'm just trying to test out how much stronger. They said that you would feel stronger as a division agent than you do currently, but I haven't noticed it. It is challenging, so it's going to take longer to complete, especially solo. This guy has just joined me, so it's
Another agent is now in your
and
group.
we've got somebody else as well. So I'm gonna do one more call out, because if we can get 3 men in a team, that's definitely going to help.
They'll seriously compromise our progress and set us back months. We can repair the damage, but the threat must be eliminated here and now. Our work is too important. The city depends on us.
Sounds to me like you're getting warmer, Agent. Keep at it.
Backup arrived.
Ah, did that not go out? There we go. Ah, that's too close, isn't it? Right, now that's got no cooldown, so that I should have destroyed that, I just didn't realise. If I got to that better gun, I've noticed as well. They're using Bullet King. Everybody uses Bullet King once they get Bullet King. Come on, let's do him over. There we go. Let's go back. Why is this not activated? There we go. You activate when 2 of them are dead. Right, there's somebody up there, I think. There he is. Oh, it's bloody ricocheting. Okay, I think he's dead now. Right. let's destroy that.
Like the green poison, the division's resilient, operating without reflection, just doing what it's programmed.
I'm not going to look forward to the end part of this. I never. Well, actually, it's not. It's not the worst one I do. She's a pain in the backside. The ending to Vivian Connolly. I've got to go through this whole. This whole
Cleaners really did a number on
maze
her.
yet, and if we get rogue agents, it'll be fun.
Gas valve detected.
I've got a visual on Conley again. She's moved to the upper deck. Looks like she's preparing for her last stand.
Typical extremist, doubling down on their own insanity.
Okay. So yeah, it's strange. It's like I said, maybe I feel slightly stronger. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I was dealing with the whatchamacallit, with the step up to challenging. Normally I can't do challenging on my own, especially with this build. There we go. We've got a 534 agent. We should be able to do this a bit better now. Forgot what we do with this part. Nice that whoever that is pulling the aggro. I'll try and get a thing up there to finish that guy off. Oops, a daisy. Alright, we got some things there. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Just so I can get out of that distance of him. And why has that done that? Has he blown it up? What a twat. Okay. Oh, it's another one. Oh, bollocks. Alright, try and do it that way. Yeah, they've killed him, haven't they? Oh, well, there's more. I think this is going to be substantially harder, this final part. But it actually, one thing I have noticed, that Weeble guy who's level 17, or Webble, he seems to be doing alright. Oh, that was a bit of a waste, wasn't it? I'll delete that. Right, and we'll delete that. So that should get my, at least get my thingamajigs back. Oh, hang on a minute. Don't we have to make a thing here? Oh no. No. Stupid game. Where's the bridge control? I don't like it when it has that double mission marker. It's stupid. I love the soundtrack to this game. At first, I was like, I didn't like it in comparison to the other. Let's do the Vivian Connolly bit then. This is the main part of the mission, so.
Get ready, Agent. It's
Oh,
time
really?
to end this.
That was yellow, whatever it was that dropped out. Could hear it. Can hear the difference. Oh, it was a. I'm going to see the level of loot as well that it drops for us.
Kick her ass, Agent. Anything we can do about it?
Just gotta be a power source on it somewhere. Destroying that usually does the trick.
Where is it? There. Oh, crapola. Oh, I've gone down. Yeah, I'm definitely not what I was before. I feel weaker to a certain extent because I did not expect to go down from that fire like that. And we've lost another one? No. Right, come on. We can do it. Okay. Cheers. Need this because it's gonna get me. Oops. My shooting is terrible. Sure that nobody's creeping up on me here. Shouldn't it have stopped? I did kill it. Ah, I didn't realise there was another one.
There you go. Easy peasy. Power source knocked out. Tower disabled.
That's bad guy code 4. You're doing really great. Keep at it.
Oh. they gone out?
Gas valves detected.
Time to improvise. See if you can do anything with those valves.
Try and get over here and flank them over here a little bit. It's controlled madness, Elliot's. I mean, it's not really a hornet's nest. It's all controlled madness, isn't it? It just fit. Look at how many things I've got up at the moment. It's amazing. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oil gas pressure redirected.
Where's the second one? Where is the second one? Where the heck is it? Ah, now it's showing up.
You flushed her out, Agent. Now take her down.
Oh, she shot me, the bitch. Oh, what? Hang on. Why am I conveniently on fire all the time here? Oh, hello. No, 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 no. Shoot! Have that. Oh, I didn't actually kill him either. Oh, I need to use that second gun, don't I? You are kidding me. How on earth did she blow me up from there? That makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, keep running. Yeah, you might want to try and get somewhere. No, no. Fuck. I hate that because they're going to have to... Should have got a bit further behind cover, to be honest, because now it's gonna have a long load, and if he has anybody swarming him, which he hasn't.
Agent endorsement available.
Endorse, yes, of course. She's done it again. She's horrible, that woman. Okay, you just have to, when she's got that kind of thing, you can't look up. She's nimble, I'll give her that much. That is something she is. I'll use some nice other words, some choice words. No, there's no point in destroying it now, is there? the worst death in video game history.
Well, that was something. Fire, explosions, homicidal maniacs. They're rich for my taste, but I can see why you guys like
No
it.
Bullet King
We
drop
did a
though.
lot today. We shut down the cleaner's oil pipeline, got rid of Conley. Keener can't use her to
Okay,
target the
let's have a
JTF
look.
anymore. And we're one step closer to catching him.
Just
Well
gonna make
done,
sure I
Agent.
can exhaust people.
Yes! You got her!
You can endorse another agent.
I know I can. There you go. Just so they know that it's that it is nice of them to do that. Right, okay, so it would be that one. Don't know why I'm doing this because it really doesn't matter in the overall scheme of things. Okay, so yeah, definitely feels, I mean, that was challenging, so maybe not so bad. When you get into a group, or when I get into a group on challenging, not when you get into a group, because you probably play the game the way it's meant to be played, I get a bit gung-hosy, and I forget that I'm going to be receiving harder damage and stuff like that, so yeah, it's a little bit different for me. Let's have a look. So I'm going to leave that group for the time being. Okay, you have left the group. Okay, so let's go into this bloody thing. I'm just going to check out what dropped and see roughly what it's like. 'Cause that was challenging, so anything that dropped should have had a half decent roll on it. It wouldn't have been amazing, but so half decent. Crap. Half decent. But again, only half decent. Crap. Crap. That one's not too bad if you're building your way up on something. Could max out whatever's in the head damage slot, maxed out with something else. Same there. The last one's not too bad. The marksman rifle damage is pretty high on that one, so that's not too bad. That's trash. Oh, that's trash. I don't even know why I picked that stuff up. So let's see what we got in, as in mask. Yeah, pretty crap, but that's actually not too bad. The reason is because your core attribute you've got, and you're only wanting to upgrade your utility one. So if you're looking for it, you'd get that straight away. If you've got something squirreled away, that's not great. It's not bad. You could roll that weapon damage, and then the weapon handling's okay. That's terrible. Some of these I don't want to get rid of. That's terrible. This is what I'm talking about when they were saying that only gold stuff will roll. Well, it has to roll with something half decent. Again, same with a hardwired chest. You can just put the maximum roll of something else into the attribute, so it's kind of automatically high. That one's terrible. Let's have a look. I can't remember if that dropped in or that rolled. That one's terrible, but these are already ones I had. That one is... That one's pretty good, as long as you go after the core attribute. But again, that's an automatic COD roll if you just take out the status effects or roll the status effects for whatever you want. So, for example, I've got skill damage on there, so I can roll skill damage into it. That one and that one. Let's see, that's the weapon damage one. So you probably want to keep that one. Oh, it's a different thing. Those logos are too similar. Right, okay. Cost to go back, I've already got one, but again, it's kind of 6 and 2 3s. I would probably take the highest skill haste and roll in skill damage, so this one's trash, really, for me, when you choose them from the two. See what that one rolled in. Trash. Trash. Wait, hang on, I'm not getting rid of new stuff here, am I? Can't remember if negotiated style elements in the first, I'm sure. Get rid of that. Although that one rolled alright, still get rid of it. Right, gloves. Again, hardwired. Dropping in again. There's another one where you can just max it out. I honestly think on these brand sets they should have a 6-piece talent. As far as I'm concerned, they should have worked more into it and just have it as a very, very specific thing that you're trying to get from it. And the PTS use gloves, I didn't realise they dropped in. Could roll out repair skills for skill damage. And what's it give you? Detonating the hive. Ah, it's detonating the hive though. Never going to use it. Never going to use it, Lynn. Never going to use it. So, cannot. Crap. It's terrible. The rolls are really bad, even for challenging. That one's. No, that one's terrible. That one's terrible. That one's terrible. So, because people talk about the fact that let's see what that one is. That's alright because it's an automatic full roll. Crap. Crap. So yeah, I mean, you know, what are you getting? Honestly, I've just done a challenging mission. Imagine I'd done that on my own, the amount of time it would have taken and everything, and there was zero reward in that. So let's see what we get out of the field proficiency cache, because they were supposed to have been upgraded a little bit. Can't see off the bat. I thought I might have changed that. Okay, so we got a mouth piece and a chest piece. Let's see where it is. Right. So look at that. I mean, look, complete and utter trash. I just don't. Yep, trash again. So. And I'm supposing the guns are trash as well. So the field proficiency hasn't given me anything. Yep, crap. 50-50. If you were desperately in for a LMG between builds. So nothing but trash from that as well. So, you know, although they were saying, yeah, purples won't drop and stuff, but I'm sure I saw some purples drop actually. Not a lot of great stuff from that. And that took a long time to run. Not forgetting I got some help halfway through. But imagine if you're doing it on your own and you only get trash weapons like that. Dunno. I don't feel there's any difference. I'm going to be honest with you. What I do feel is that they've nerfed a lot of stuff, and they've made decisions to, like with the send-off shotgun, they've nerfed that into the ground, which destroyed basically what my build was going to be. And it seems like they've nerfed some other stuff, and they said they buffed stuff, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. But I'm not a build expert, and that's the thing. Some of this new gear that's come in, you might be able to get a decent build. I'll probably see tomorrow or the next day. Right, people, I'm going to call it the end of the time for the stream because it's hit that 3-hour mark. I might come back a little bit later and stream. I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm just going to have a rest because it's pretty hot in here today. I'm going to have a bit of a rest and see how I feel, and I might come back a little bit later. If not, I'll be definitely back this weekend. I'm going to do a short stream of Elite one day with the fleet carrier, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on that because I've avoided most people's streams with fleet carriers and stuff, so I really don't know what's going on with that. And then I will come back and I'll do some other stuff, and I'm probably going to do a Division stream one day. I think I'm going to stream with Let's Go next week. I think that could be fun. Okay, so yeah, if you're joining later, please hit that subscribe button or that like button or whatever button it is that makes you connect to me, and I enjoy doing streams and I will continue to enjoy doing them. So I will speak to you all soon, and I'll say good day, good night, good evening.